again, everyone. This is Rudolph Wilkins with Forgotten Fitness, and I am so excited to discuss my full-body calisthenic program with all of you today. In light of recent events that have occurred on this channel, I figured now would be as good a time as any to create this program. And the idea here is to use as many old-school and forgotten calisthenic, that means bodyweight exercises, as I can to create one cohesive routine that can both build and maintain muscular mass. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything in this video, or anything in my future videos, or if you have any recommendations for exercises that you'd like me to go over and perhaps implement into this routine in the future, let me know in the comment section below. And with all that out of the way, I hope you all enjoy this video. Before discussing the exercises themselves, I feel like it's important to describe what this program is and what the goals of it are. As many prior strength athletes and coaches have demonstrated, a strong, fit, and functional body can absolutely be built and maintained by bodyweight movements alone. The exercises found in the following program were chosen based off their uniqueness and effectiveness. Today we will focus on the chest, although all body parts will eventually be covered in subsequent days. Since this channel is all about highlighting less common exercises, these were my primary focus in constructing these routines. To make this workout time efficient and beginner friendly, I limited my exercise selection to a maximum of 4 primary movements and a single warm-up exercise. All exercises are intended to be performed through the full range of motion. No partial reps and no cheating reps will be done in this routine. Another note, and something you should make sure you're aware of, is your preferred exercise selection may differ, and that's okay. This is my channel, and these are the exercises I have chosen. The routine is as follows. The warm-up exercise here will be the standard medium grip push-up for one set of between 12 and 15 reps. The first exercise will be chair dips for 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps for beginners, or 5 sets of 12 to 20 reps for a more experienced lifter. The second exercise is the Ramurti Hindu push-up, which is a different variation of the Hindu push-up, which I will show you. For the beginner, you will do 3 sets of between 12 and 15 reps, and for the more experienced lifter, 5 sets of between 12 and 20 reps. The third exercise here will be the palm press out, which is a really old school bodyweight exercise that involves pressing your hands together and pushing out using your chest. For the beginner, you will do 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps, and for the experienced lifter, you will do 5 sets of between 12 and 20 reps. And finally, you will do the chest crunch. And you will do that for 4 sets of 3 reps, alternating each arm, and I will go over that in more detail when we get to that exercise. I am certain that the vast majority of you know how to perform a push-up. As you can see, I'm keeping with a very moderate tempo here. I'm not going really slow and I'm not going very fast either, just a very controlled pace. I'm trying to work my pecs up to just feeling them slightly being fatigued. And the reason for that is this is the warm-up exercise. This is not a true exercise that we are trying to build upon in this routine. It is simply something to get our pecs ready for the more extreme lifts coming later. The first actual exercise we will be working here is the chair dip. And I know what you all are saying, you're not using a chair, Rudy. I know. You would normally use 2 chairs here, but I have parallel bars and they are more stable, so I opted to use those. But you can easily do this in between 2 chairs, on the edge of a bed, on a bench, whatever you like. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say this is a forgotten exercise per se, but I do think it is supremely underutilized. Particularly in this variation, you'll see a lot of people grabbing on the edge of a bench or on the edge of a bed in the case of Charles Atlas, but I really think that that targets more of the triceps. Now you can certainly do that if that's all you have, but I would recommend getting 2 stationary objects like 2 chairs and having your hands on the seat cushions. That way you can center your body in the middle and really work the pecs. So I think there are different variations on this exercise that hit different things. This particular variation where you have your hands in the center and you try to drop in between them is the best for the chest, and it really is a fantastic exercise. Now we are getting to the really interesting stuff. Exercise number 2 is the Ramurti Hindu push-up. It is very similar to the normal Hindu push-up in the starting position. You're sort of in this piked position. I opted to have my feet spread apart, but I've seen it done both ways where your feet are together or spread apart. I think this is a little bit easier if you're heavier like I am. And as you can see, I'm making this sort of semicircular motion where I'm coming down, my head is coming down first, and I'm arching my back backwards. And then I'm coming back the opposite way, really pressing off with the shoulders, triceps, and of course the chest as well. Now the reason I chose this over a more standard push-up as being the primary exercise is because of the uniqueness. It's definitely, you can argue that a regular push-up hits the chest better, but I think the Hindu push-up is such a unique exercise that you never see anybody doing at the gym anymore. I kind of had to include it here. I thought about where it would belong. Do I put it with the shoulders? Do I put it with the triceps? But I figured it's probably best for it to go with the chest exercises. If you have any complaints about that, tell me why you think it should go somewhere else. But I think personally the Hindu push-up belongs with the chest exercises. And I can tell you, it's just a fantastic exercise. It works the entire upper body, even the back, to quite a degree. It is a fantastic exercise, and if you're not doing it, you absolutely should be. Exercise number 3 is the palm press out. Now this exercise was actually taken directly from Bernard McFadden, and he's actually written about this exercise in numerous different books, and it was one of his favorite for just general strength of the upper body. Sometimes he would do it so that it wasn't actually a press at all, and it was more of a static compression. But here I'm actually doing a full press where I'm closing the hands together at the palms, and I'm pressing out like this, all the way out to in front of me, very slowly, and I'm contracting the chest. And I gotta tell you, this is a really amazing exercise. It's also very similar to a number of Charles Atlas exercises, although it is a little bit different. And I think it really hits the chest in a very unique way. It kind of reminds me of like a dumbbell fly in feeling. I don't really know why, because the movement pattern is not the same, but it sort of has that same general feel. It's a fantastic exercise and I think makes a great addition to this workout routine. The final exercise here is the chest crunch, and this is an adaptation of a Charles Atlas exercise that feels very similar to a cable fly. In this case, I'm doing pulses, which are sets of 3, so 1, 2, 3. Then I'm rotating and putting my hands opposite. So one hand is over the other, and then I'm doing 3 reps, and then I'm rotating it so that the other hand goes over the top. And I'm squeezing the chest together, flexing the triceps as well, really trying to contract the chest really hard. Now you'll be doing this for 4 rotations, so it should equal out to 12 reps on each arm. And I wrote on here that on this program that you'll just be doing 1 set, but if you feel like you want to do more than 1 set, you certainly can. This I am using as the finisher exercise, and I think it's perfect for that. It absolutely taxes the chest that final little bit after you've done everything else, and hits it in a way that is different from all the other exercises. It is a fantastic exercise and another great addition. Well, that's all I have for you today over the first part of my calisthenic routine. This was over the chest, of course, and I'm thinking I'll probably do biceps or perhaps a combined biceps and triceps day for the next video, but I'm not totally sure on that yet. Again, if you've got any exercise recommendations you would like to see in that routine, let me know, and I'll definitely think about incorporating them. But until next time, this is Forgotten Fitness, signing out. Bye-bye.